Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to start unit number 16, basic electronics. In basic electronics, first question is definition of electronics. Electricity is defined as rate of flow of charge, but in electronics we control the flow of charge, flow of electrons. So we can define electronics as the branch of applied physics which deals with the control of motion of electrons using different devices for various useful purposes. We have different devices in our daily use. Some of them are television, DVD player, desktop computer, mobile phones, ovens, washing machines, printers and radios, etc. The question number 2 is, what are cathode rays? How the electrons were discovered? Cathode rays are electrons which are emitted from the hot surface of cathode and travel towards the anode due to potential difference. In 1850, physicists started to examine the passage of electricity through a vacuum by putting two electrodes in a sealed vacuum tube. This is cathode. Some kind of rays were emitted from the cathode or the negative electrodes. This is cathode and this is negatively charged. These rays which were emitted from this cathode were called cathode rays. J.J. Thomson in 1897 observed the deflection of cathode rays by both electric and magnetic fields. From these deflection experiments, he concluded that cathode rays must carry a negative charge. These negatively charged particles were given the name electrons. In question number 3, we are going to study a new term, thermionic emission. Thermionic mean heat and emission mean to emit from any metal surface. Thermionic emission is defined as the process of emission of electrons from hot metal surface. We can explain it by the following examples. Metals contain large number of free electrons. At room temperature, electrons cannot escape the metal due to attractive forces of atomic nucleus. But when we heat, then these bonding forces are broken and electrons can emit. Thermionic emission can be due to heat and thermionic emission can be due to electricity. Thermionic emission due to heat. If the metal is heated at high temperature, some of the electrons may gain a sufficient energy to escape the metal surface. This is hot filament. It is heated at high temperature. When it is at high temperature, the free electrons which are present in metal surfaces can be emitted from the hot metal surface. And in thermionic emission due to electricity, this can also be produced by electrically heating a fine tungsten filament. If this tungsten filament is heated by electricity, then thermionic emission will be due to electricity. Question number 4. What is electron gun? Electron gun is used to investigate the properties of electron beam by figure. We can explain it. It have some parts. So construction can be explained as the electrons are produced by thermionic emission from a tungsten filament heated by 6 volt supply. This is tungsten filament, and here it is heated by 6 volt supply. A high positive charge is given to this anode, which is cylindrical in shape. The electrons accelerate to a high speed due to positive charge on anode. Electrons have negative charge, anode has positive charge, so they are attracted by anode and pass through a hole of the anode in the form of fine beam of electron. The whole setup is fitted in an evacuated glass tube. This is whole set evacuated glass tube. So electron gun, by using electron gun, we can investigate the properties of electron beam. This will be used in our next topics, cathode ray oscilloscope. Question number 4, and now question number 5. How electrons are deflected by electric field? When electrons are emitted by electron gun, they are deflected by electric and magnetic fields. Here we study how they are deflected by electric field. Deflection of electron by electric field. We can set up electric field by applying a potential difference across two parallel metal plates placed horizontally separated by some distance. Here is one plate which is positive charge and other is negatively charged. When an electron beam passes through between these two plates, it can be seen that the electrons are deflected toward the positive plate. The reason is that this electron has negative charge and this plate has positive charge, so they are attracted by positive plates. The degree of deflection of electrons from their original direction is proportional to the strength of the applied electric field. If strength of applied electric field is strong, the deflection of electron will be more, and if strength of applied electric field is weak, then deflection of electrons from their original direction will be less.